All right, so how to use a schedule to shoot. When you're using a schedule, you're trying to figure out how long is this going to take me? You have to answer those questions. How long is this going to take me? How much time do I need with my skills or my people and their levels of skills and their level of experience in the industry? How long is it going to take them to make this film or make this scene or make this day or whatever it's going to be? You should be looking at your scenes and as your shooting days as days. That's why when they say in the industry, you need to make your day. Making your day means that you making your day on schedule. You're completing what you said you were going to complete. So when you set up your schedule and you're shooting to a schedule, let's say that you have a dinner scene. It's going to be something that's going to be multiple characters, which is, hopefully if you have really, really good actors and you have really good actors, and I'm talking good as far as professional. And professional, what I mean is that they take it seriously, they take you seriously, and they have done this before, or if they haven't, no, they need to have done this before. If they've done this before, they have a understanding of how to do it, but as well as they also maybe aren't like locked off as to it needs to be done this certain way and this certain way and this certain way. I've worked with a lot of actors and actresses, and I will tell you that sometimes, most times actually, it is so much more difficult to work with an actor and actress who has been in Hollywood or any type of, to any type of level that's really recognizable, because they, more often than not, at least in my experience, have been super close-minded as how things go. With me and with indie filmmakers, I strive to make my day. I strive to make it as easy as possible, on not only myself, but on whoever's working with me. And I try to get them out in a relatively sensible time. But it's all based on business. This is a business, especially with what I'm trying to do. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make movies. I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to create a story in a certain amount of time, with a certain amount of money that I already have. And then trying to produce that. And because I produce so much and I produce it so consistently on so many different levels, I'm able to hone my skills and do things that most filmmakers don't, because they don't have that experience and they don't have that, or they don't even try to have that tenacity to try to go out and do that. So I've built up those skills by doing this sort of thing. So when you shoot to a schedule, my biggest tips on shooting to a schedule is figuring out how long you actually have that location for, then figuring out how long you have the sun or those lights for. If you're an indoor shoot and it's going to be a full-on light set and it's going to be your complete control as far as that, then you have less to worry about. But if you're outdoors and it's in the sun, you need to think about how hot is it going to be? What's the camera temperature going to be? What's the actor's temperature going to be? What is makeup? I mean, what is going to occur, and how long is that going to take? Because if you're to say, okay, I'm going to shoot a Western outside, right? Then you need to be prepared for what that weather and what that day is going to look like as far as weather goes. Is it going to be super hot? If it is, you're going to need to start earlier. Why? Because you have to get all the makeup, all the set, everything ready to go, get the camera on ice, make sure it's good, and then go and do your rehearsals, and then start shooting in the heat of the day. You're going to be shooting in the heat of the day. You're going to be trying to get the best lighting that you can for that scene, which is going to involve sweat, which is going to involve the camera temperature, like I keep repeating. Most indie filmmakers that I've met don't even think about the camera temperature. So all of a sudden they go, oh, we'll have more than enough time. We got 6 hours, we got this will be more than enough time. And then they get out there, the camera gets too hot, now it can't record, now you got to go put it on ice, and you end up losing, you don't realize at the time, but you will end up losing like an hour to 2 hours just waiting for the camera to go. And there's only so much rehearsal that anybody wants to do, and that will actually be helpful. So you want to be professional in that sense. Look ahead, prepare, pay attention to what you're doing and how you're doing it, and make sure that this is all educated, right? Education and making an educated decision means that you have thought it through, you've done your homework, and you have something that makes sense. If it's not logical, right, it doesn't make sense. It has nothing to do with emotions. It has nothing to do with your skills as a filmmaker as far as personal. It is strictly a business situation. So in making your day, make sure that when you put that schedule together, you're ensuring that it is professional and it is logical and it is about business, and that's all that matters. That's how you're going to be able to make your day, and make your day in record time compared to other people. Taking extra takes, you might not have the luxury to do so. So setting yourself up with fail-safes, right? Fail-safes might be baseball hat. I would have my AD wear a baseball hat, so that way I could literally look from the set, and if somebody came up to me and they went, "Hey, can we do another take on this? Could we try it this way maybe?" I just look over, see my AD who's keeping track on time and make sure the schedule from what I blotted out for. We're gonna hit this scene at this time, this scene at this time. Then there's lunch. Then we're coming back on this scene. We're having rehearsals on this one, and then we're doing this scene. Whatever it's gonna be. Whatever location, or we're going to step away for this and then come back on this, or we're going to shoot this like this, and then I want to come back to these shots, finish this way, and then come back on that, just because we don't have an actor that's going to show up until this time, which we would need for that scene. So if you're going around that route, you can get lost in it, especially as a director. So look over to your AD, you see your AD. If the hat is faced forwards, that means you're on time. It means you're doing well, right? Which means chances are you do have time for an extra take. Whereas if the hat is turned backwards, that means you're behind on time, which means you don't have to do that. This is a business move. This is something that is strategic. This is something that you set up to where you don't even have to ask the question. The least amount of questions you have to ask, especially on things like that, which you could control, the better for you. The better for your whole set. The better for you making your day. Your top priority as a director is to make your day, dude. Make your day. Do what you said you were going to do. You said you were going to make this movie. You made the movie. You didn't say you're going to win an Oscar. You said you're going to make the movie. So make the movie. If you say you're going to finish the scene in this day, in this time, from this time to this time, you're going to finish it. You do everything in your power to do so. Doesn't mean that things don't happen. Mistakes happen all the time. Things go wrong. It's just the nature of the beast. But there are certain things and certain elements that you can bring into your film set, into your filming strategy, that you can really use in case something like that happens, so that you can move forward faster. And I tell you, every single person who actually really does this on any type of career level is going to seriously appreciate that time, and suddenly you're not to blame. Now, once you get into the industry and you're working under somebody else, I'm just going to be honest with you, it's not the way it works, especially if the producer is not on the set and is just calling from the studio. Yeah, they're going to blame you no matter what. Everybody's going to blame you. But when you're on the indie level, people can see it, and they'll see, no, this wasn't his fault, and they're willing to work with you. They're willing to go forward. People that see you as amateurish, especially if they give you a chance and they're from some place that's much higher than your level, and they give you a chance to work with you, they will see this preparation. Preparation is key. They'll see that, they'll appreciate it, and they'll do more for you for less to help you out, because they can then believe in you. They see that you're a professional. You're taking it serious. So shoot on a schedule, prepare it, set it up, and make your day.